I am headed to my mom's house to grab some stuff for Thanksgiving. Again, they were planning, my sister and my mom were planning on just skipping Thanksgiving and going to a restaurant, but I decided to cook. I didn't really want to cook this year. I was feeling lazy, but then my sister was like, well, if you're not going to cook and we don't want to cook, so we'll go to a restaurant. And I just am not going to go to a restaurant on Thanksgiving. And I really wanted turkey. I love Thanksgiving food. I especially love the leftovers because then you can make like Thanksgiving sandwiches after, and it's so good. There's this place, I forget what it starts with like a C, like Caprioni's or something like that in Chicago. They have these Thanksgiving sandwiches. It's so good. And also, it just reminds me of Friends because Monica makes sandwiches for with the leftovers for Thanksgiving with the bread in the middle called the moist maker. For anyone who watches Friends, that's if you know, you know. But right now I'm headed to home. My mom was grabbing all the extra stuff, like the small things, and I'm just gonna grab it and bring it back home. My mom still wants to help. She said that she was gonna cook some of the side dishes, like the yams with marshmallows and the casseroles, and I was just like, I don't mind cooking it all. And she said, no, I want to help, so I'm not gonna argue with her if she wants to help. But it's all coming together now. And this year again, I wasn't thinking about how I was gonna cook the turkey. I was planning on just cooking it regular, like leaving it regular, stuffing it, all that kind of stuff. But I decided to spatchcock it again like I did last year. For those of you who don't know and didn't watch my video last year about Thanksgiving, but it's basically when you cut the backbone off of the turkey and lay it flat. That way you don't have to cook it for 5 hours. You cook it for around 2 hours, and the skin is nice and crispy, and it cooks all the way through. And it's actually a really beautiful way to cook a turkey. And you can actually put some of your butter. I forget what it's called, like butter compote. I forget what it's called, but under the skin. Really beautiful way to cook a turkey. I'm just gonna do it slightly different. I saw this recipe by Nick, I forget his last name, but he was on like MasterChef and stuff, where he does like this, he spatchcocks the turkey, but he does something different by the way he cooks it with his butter compote and some other stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna kind of copy his recipe. He uses a little bit of white wine too, which I'm thinking about doing. So it's gonna be a little bit different than how I cooked it last year, but it's basically the same way, meaning like it's spatchcocked, and I'm only gonna be cooking it for about like 2 hours, so it should not even gonna take that long, honestly. But it's different in the fact that the way and the ingredients that I'm using is different. Last year I only used like rosemary, my fresh rosemary and salt. This year we're doing a different herb medley with like sage, rosemary, thyme, and then I'm gonna be roasting it with with a lemon and an orange and leek, and just all that kind of good stuff to make the gravy. So it should be really good. Honestly, I looked at I watched a video a couple of times to make sure I understood everything. It's a pretty straightforward recipe, and it looks amazing. I think I can 1,000,000% pull it off. Shouldn't be too hard. But I am excited because it is going to be amazing. I can just already tell. And I am just hungry thinking about it because I love Thanksgiving food and everything that goes with it. So to have it all together in front of me is going to be the bomb. I'm not going to be cooking everything like I did last year. Last year I went the whole 9 yards. I made deviled eggs. I made like my homemade. I made like everything. It was a lot of food. And we had a lot of leftovers, which was good, but we don't need all that extra stuff this year. We're just gonna stick with the basics, like the mashed potatoes, the yams, the casserole, the turkey, of course. Let me see what else. I know the cranberries. We're gonna keep it very simple this year because, again, I was feeling lazy and I didn't want to cook. But nobody else in my family wanted to cook, and I was not going to go to a restaurant. I used to work in restaurants, and I hate to say this, but I hated when customers came on Thanksgiving. I know I'm there and I was working on Thanksgiving, but it's like, why are you guys here on Thanksgiving? Like, I understand it's to be thankful. Like, the whole point of the holiday is to be thankful for the people around you, be thankful for what you have, but I don't know why it irked me so much, because like I was a server and I was working on Thanksgiving, and what did I expect? Customers not to come in. I mean, that's just what restaurants are for. But it just felt weird, and especially, I don't know, people just felt a little more needy on Thanksgiving. I'm just getting a little too far into it. I'm just probably nitpicking the worst experiences, but I don't know, just something. I do not want to be that person who goes to a restaurant on Thanksgiving. I don't know why. And nothing's wrong with it. You know, if you guys, that's like your family tradition, and you guys don't cook, you know, that's great. I'm not judging. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something. I love Thanksgiving food, and if no one else is gonna do it in my family, I'm just gonna suck it up and do it myself because I want Thanksgiving food. But yeah, again, I'm headed to my mom's house right now. I want to go surfing this week. I don't know. I might go tomorrow if I get everything prepped. I don't have the time, really. It's so frustrating. I really want to go surfing. It's been like a half a year since I've been surfing. But it takes so much because my board's at my mom's house because I can't bring it over here. And I would need to re-wax it, and I have to drive all the way here just to drive all the way back out to the North Shore. It would just be it would take literally the whole day to do it, and I don't really have a full day to dedicate myself to go surfing, maybe on the weekend, but we'll see. It's just, I need to go surfing though. It's been forever. I might just bite the bullet and go on like some day this week, but not to the North Shore, just somewhere on the east side that might be really small, but at least I'm in the water. We'll see. I might have to check the surf forecast. I haven't checked it in a while, but I know North Shore is firing right now. Last weekend it was like 6 to 8 feet, and I was like, oh my god, that sounds so good, but I was just busy. I didn't have time to go. It was unfortunate, but to be honest, since I didn't go in a while, I think I might just kind of have it on a smaller day, like 5 to 6 or 3 to 5. You know, nothing's wrong with waves like that. I love waves like that, but I just know if I went on that day 6 to 8, I kind of would have been struggling, not even gonna lie, because again, I haven't been in that 6 months. But it's just fun. It's fun to think about. But yeah, I will see all of you guys a little later. I'm gonna end the video here. I hope all of you had a great day, and I'm gonna see all of you guys tomorrow.